What the heck is shiny lifestyle syndrome? Guys, I see this all the time. People look at everybody else's life and they wonder, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Well, you can't have it all, right? And today I want to break down some of the things that you need to be aware of, what you're going to trade off for the lifestyle that you want. So the first one is I know a lot of people who they really want to just like be at home with their kids all day and they want to just like raise their family, and they have this parent syndrome where their parent wasn't there for them, or their dad was always gone and mom was always gone, and they want to be the present parent. And that's great. But the problem is you can either have money and be not present because you're working, or you can be present and not have money. Don't forget there's a trade-off there. You're not going to be able to be home and be a helicopter parent and be successful in business. It's impossible because people who aren't that way are going to beat you just by sheer math and hours. If that's not for you, cool. The whole point of this video, guys, is I want to show you the pros and cons of each lifestyle, because what most people see is the pros and they never really gauge the cons, and they go, well, I want to do this like this person, and I want to travel like this person, and I want to be rich like this person, I want to drive cars like this person, I want to be a parent like this person, and I want this person's relationship, and they want all of those things. And the problem is, if you're going to have a great anything, there's going to be a sacrifice on something else. So you have to understand that. It's going to pull away if you want to be great at one thing. The second one that I see a lot is people who have a shitload of money. You'll see people driving fancy cars, living in mansions, flying private jets, doing all these things. Most of these people, if you ask them what they've sacrificed, most of the time it's family, it's friendships, it's relationships. They have went all in on making money and doing that, and it has cost them, right? There are very, very, very few super ultra wealthy, successful people that haven't been divorced multiple times, that haven't lost friendships along the way, that haven't had bad business partner blowouts, that haven't had the ability to be with their kids. It's very rare that you see this. All of them will tell you this if you get some wine in them and you start talking to them. Trust me, I know. The third person is the traveler. We see all these people who want to travel the world and be a digital nomad, sell their shit and move around and go around in an RV for the rest of their life, right? Like, we've seen all these people, and you can do all this stuff, but again, your trade-off is probably going to be financial. If you never really build an office, you never really have a home, it's super hard to build a real company that has a real culture. Now, can it be done? Sure. Is it likely? No. If you're trying to find remote jobs, again, so that you can go and travel and do all these things, they're probably not going to be the best pay. You're probably going to be looking for a job a lot. You're probably going to have to move companies quite a bit to find these different opportunities that will pay you enough for the lifestyle you're trying to live. However, I also want to throw vacation people into this category too, because the number one thing that I see with a lot of people is they see these people who take vacations all the time. Like, I got buddies who it seems like every fucking weekend they're on vacation. Like, literally, it's like, oh, I turn off my phone every weekend. Well, that's great, but you work 4 days a week. So unless these people are working 15 hours a day for those 4 days a week, they're probably going to get beat by people who don't. So you're not going to be able to have everything that you want, right? Or the people that you see that every month they have to take a vacation somewhere. That's great, but if you need that, right, that's cool, that's your life, you're allowed to do whatever you want, but you're probably going to be sacrificing on other things, right? Like, so your business success, your wealth, your financial stability, things like that, because you're spending so much money on these vacations. The last one is the title person, right? So are you one of these people who's super obsessed with titles, like entrepreneur, business owner, manager, sales manager, general manager? Like, you give a damn about the title so much, and there's such significance to you in the title, you really lose sight of other things, right? And again, this comes back down to the same thing, and I've struggled with this one too, is I've always wanted to be a business owner. I've always wanted to be this title, but the truth is it costs me a lot of things in a lot of areas just to have a title. And to be frank, when I sit down and evaluate what's really important to me, the title wasn't as important as the financial stability or the ability to have time with my family. To me, those things were a little bit more important. The reason I tell you guys this is because I see a lot of people who get discouraged, or they get anxiety, or they get comparison syndrome, or they get this shiny lifestyle syndrome of, oh, I want what this person has in this area. And they think that because this person has this in this area, that it must mean all their areas are great. And I can tell you from fact, and from talking to all these people and from having experienced it myself, if you're going to be great in one area, it is going to cost you something in another area. Now, you can be good in a lot, but if you want to be great, it is going to cost you from somewhere. So just be aware of the shiny lifestyle and the comparison syndrome. Every single person that you know to get to the thing that you think you want has sacrificed to get that thing. And don't ever, ever, ever forget that.